Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fanshawe Accounting Association YouTube video. My name is Nick Bell, and today we have a video on co-ops. First things first, as always, stay connected to all of our social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Discord, and any general questions, send it over to our Gmail account. Purpose of this video is to help you understand what employer is looking for a co-op. So what's expected of you, how you can prepare, what knowledge is expected for you to have. And we are very lucky to have a very special guest today, Rosalyn Di Cesare. Yes, you may have seen her in your classes. She is a professor at Fanshawe, but she also owns her own bookkeeping business. So we're lucky to have her to take her take on what co-op students need in order to be successful. So thank you so much, Roz, for coming on. We really appreciate it. And just to introduce her a little more, she is the founder and owner and operator of RMD Bookkeeping. As you can see on the slide there, all of her services: personal tax, self-employed tax, small business, bookkeeping, payroll and source deductions, WSIB, and HST returns. So all of her contact information is there. And so thank you so much, Roz, for coming along.
You're very, very welcome. Happy to be here.
So my first question, so when you most often have co-op students?
Yeah, that's a great question. We really focus in on tax returns. So obviously tax season, I'm always looking for new hires, co-op students. So January up until probably June or to the end of August, because we do a lot of self-employed tax returns, which go until June. So definitely January is when I want to bring in any co-op students or new hires or anything like that.
So what is the typical hiring process for you, Roz?
Sure. So because I am a smaller firm, I do the hiring myself. It's not like I have a human resources team or anything like that. So basically it would be a phone interview or a virtual interview right now due to COVID. And then I would reach out if I was happy with the interview. I would reach out and get some references and then contact the references. A lot of times for co-op students, it'll be professors that I'll have to reach out to. And then if everything's good with the references, then they're hired. So it's pretty straightforward and basic process just because we are a smaller firm.
Okay, what tasks do you allow your co-op students to perform?
I basically let them do everything that I'm doing. Obviously, when they first start, I'm very much with them the entire time, step by step. They'll really get that hands-on, one-on-one experience just because we are a smaller firm. I do all the training, but they would be doing everything I would be doing. So personal tax returns, self-employed tax returns. They could assist me with some of the corporation tax returns that I do as well. And then HST returns, they'd be doing themselves, payroll, source deductions. So they really get that hands-on experience on absolutely everything that we do at my firm.
Okay, now next question, what knowledge do you expect them to have prior to coming to your firm to work?
Of course, having some accounting experience is awesome. It's not required because I can teach everything, but having the educational background is awesome. So even if they're in level 3 or level 4 of the accounting program, they will have some basics. So they'll obviously understand, debits and credits, all that fun stuff. But in regard for them having work experience, it's not a requirement. I can train them and I can get them to where they kind of need to be in order to complete all the duties they would have to. So obviously the educational requirement is awesome, but having work experience, if they have it, great. If not, not a big deal.
So looking at the hard skills, so meaning like different softwares and the kind of technical skills, what would be an asset for your co-op student?
If I had a co-op student come in that knew how to use QuickBooks Online, Profile, because that's the tax filing software we use, Excel, of course, those would be great assets that kind of extra training piece, I wouldn't have to go into too much detail. So any of those kind of 3 programs would be really ideal, especially QuickBooks. We use QuickBooks Desktop and QuickBooks Online. So if they know both or even just one, it's very beneficial as well.
And now switching gears to the other side, soft skills. So the interpersonal stuff, what are you looking for there?
Communication skills, like right on the slide there, ideal. Customer service, we are, that's one of the very, very important things of our business. So customer service, communication, and just really knowing how to interact with my clients. Obviously, right now with COVID, we don't meet in person like we used to, but when we are, knowing how to speak to them, knowing how to go over their finances, go over their tax return, to explain it to them is really, really important.
Now, a lot of times students have not worked in an industry before, so they get quite nervous and they have a lot of nerves heading in. So what do you suggest them to do to calm these nerves? Do you ask them to prepare? What were you thinking there?
Yeah, it's funny because I usually, if, somebody starts a new job, co-op student or not, they're always going to be nervous, right? So I always tell new hires, just relax. I'm going to be there helping them. It's normal to be nervous in the beginning. But yeah, just relax and ask questions. Don't feel you can't ask questions. And because I do the training very much one-on-one, that hopefully they'll feel by the end that there's no need to be nervous. So just try and relax, take a deep breath, and it's normal, right? You're new, never maybe worked in the industry before, and we know that on the other end. So that's my advice.
Awesome. Now, anything else you'd like to add, Roz?
One key thing to, looking for a co-op position or a new job or working in an industry you never worked in before, I would just really recommend networking. Whether you're getting involved with the Fanshawe Accounting Association, additional networking groups or events, very, very important, especially in our industry and business in general. So I'd highly recommend getting involved with additional networking events when you have the opportunity to do so. And
perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much, Roz. It was a pleasure having you today. And yeah, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks again for having me. It's been fun.
No problem. All right. So once again, thank you so much to Rosalyn Di Cesare for this awesome interview. And as always, make sure you stay connected to all of our social media. We have a great semester coming up with all kinds of events. So make sure you do so. And like Rod said, get that networking opportunities and get involved in such. Thank you so much, guys, and take care.